All right. The Boston Celtics win against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell did play. Evan Mobley did play. Jared Allen did play. No Garland, no Struce, no, who are we missing? And Merrill. But the Celtics, man, they played great tonight. And we talked about this on the pod. It's a very confusing, emotional time for a lot of Celtics fans. But when a game like this starts, national TV against the Cavs, against Donovan Mitchell, Celtics come out playing well. It's impossible for me to not root for them. And this was a super fun game. And I thought that they played pretty amazing across the board with more meat on the bone. So, I mean, it starts early. The first quarter was one of the most insane shot making quarters I've ever seen. The Cavs were 10 for 12 from three. Absolutely absurd. Donovan Mitchell hit an absurd buzzer that they were not. It was already 9-11, 9 for 11. Absurd run. Donovan Mitchell, I hit 5 threes in the first quarter, or 4 threes. And then shot clock, buzzer beater, Ugo, and I want to say Minot all over him. And he drains it, of course. On track to go for his usual 30 plus against the Celtics. Of course, the one year that we're not trying to win the title, Donovan Mitchell has 15 points, his lowest total against the Celtics in like his entire life. But he didn't make another shot after he started the game 5 for 5. He came into the game with a hamstring, but he looked pretty good to me physically for the most part. But in that first quarter, Hauser came in and immediately hit 4 threes in a row. He hit 4 threes in under 3 minutes. It was insane. He ends the game 7 for 13 for 3. A crazy volume. 13 3-point attempts. He knocks down 7 of them for 53.8%. I don't know what the biggest story is. Is it Jaylen? I guess it's not Jaylen because it's not a story that Jaylen Brown had a big game. The story is probably between Josh Minot and Neemias Queta because they were both fantastic. And this whole season of why team tanking is a thing is because like what's the best way and how do we get back to contention? How do we construct a roster that can win another title around Jaylen and Jason? And Josh Minot, dude, 11 points, 14 rebounds, 5 of them offensive, 2 assists, 3 steals, and he can hit corner threes. I do not think that he's a good shooter. He cannot hit above the break threes. But in the regular season, can you knock down, cash and shoot corner threes, drive closeouts, make decisions, hustle, play good defense, create chaos, generate turnovers, and rebound? Rebound. That has been the story through 4 games coming into tonight. And the Cavs are weird in that, in theory, they come across as a good rebounding team because they start Allen and Mobley. They've never been a team they were like 22nd, I think, in defensive rebounding percentage last year. They don't mash you on the offensive glass. That's not what they do. And why I've kind of been an advocate for them trading Jared Allen because you're not getting the benefit of having 2 7-footers out there. So they're not the most ferocious rebounding team, but that doesn't matter. It's like, can they rebound against anybody? Coming into tonight, the Celtics were 29th in defensive rebounding percentage, and they were awesome tonight. They had 18 offensive rebounds, the Celtics, and that's been something they've been doing all season long, and that's been consistent, but they cleaned up the glass defensively, and that's give Josh Minot, Neemias Queta. 14 for Minot, 13 for Queta. Awesome, dude. And Josh Minot, what a revelation. That team option that Brad Stevens has given him on the second year of the contract is looking like so huge. Because if he plays this well and continues to get better as the season goes along here, so you probably can you see my dogs just brought me his ball here. All right, Teddy, we'll be done in a second. We're going to talk to the boys about the big win and Josh Minot. The win streak. Celtics are coming, fellas. It feels good. And like I know, Ted had stitches recently. He's much better now, but he's totally fine. It's just a couple days and the cone's coming off. But it's been tough keeping him keeping him keeping him restrained. 9-month-old Labrador crossbreed, trying to keep him chill. Very difficult. But we'll get out of here soon. Teddy, we'll talk about Josh Minot here. He's awesome, man. And because if he kept playing like this, he would be getting a big contract. And especially the way that he's going to play when Jason Tatum comes back. But yeah, Minot, really good all season long. And I think he's just going to be the starter going forward now. Neemias Queta, I mean, he had a really good game against the Pelicans, and you're thinking like, okay, great that you had a good game, but you're playing against Derek Queen, who looks terrible, Yves Missy, who I like, but that's not a good front court. When we were doing our rankings of front courts coming into the season, they didn't have Looney coming into I had the Pelicans ahead of the Celtics, but that's because they had Looney as well. Queta played really well against them, and tonight he was great. Legitimately protecting the rim, cleaning the defensive glass. He's becoming more effective with his screening and decision-making. Like, there were a few moments where I'm like, oh, there's the old Celtics. And Queta's going to get better throughout the season. I think that they've found a guy that is going to be a capable rotational big. And I think if we can get to the end of the season where we're like, yo, is Queta a top 5, top 10 backup big man? That would be awesome. Or like a fringe starter. That would be a dream. And I've been someone who's been low on Queta, but I'm always willing to admit if I'm wrong. Early days here, but he's continued to get better. And that's huge for this Boston Celtics team long term. Jaylen Brown, he's playing great basketball this season. Like, he's overtasked to some degree as a number one option, but he's been playing really great. He hasn't been forcing the issue. He could have easily come into this season and forced the issue. I'm the alpha. I'm the number one guy. Crazy Joe Mazzulla, don't shock that dog, Jake. Don't worry, there's no shock collar. It's just to prevent him from chewing on his foot collar. But Jaylen Brown could have easily forced the issue coming into the season. It's his chance to be the alpha. Like, no one's going to say anything to him. Finals MVP. I think he's really let the game come to him. Obviously, the game is going to take some tough shots. That's just the reality of the NBA and being a star player here. But I'm going to throw this ball out the window. I missed. But yeah, man. Jaylen Brown, 30 points on 71.8% true shooting. Great defense, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, only 2 turnovers. That's what we like to see. Goal coming into the season, can you be under 4 turnovers per game? He was at exactly 4 coming into the game tonight, down to 3 point something after those games. So he's playing really well, man. And the 3-point shot looks fucking awesome. And that would be another great thing to have once we start competing for championships again. Because his 3-point shot has kind of disappeared over the last couple of seasons. And he's fucking firing, shooting the shit out of the ball to start this season. So if that could be something that comes back, that would be awesome. Yeah, I was also disappointed by this. I thought he was joining the Brotherhood, but I guess he's still not quite ready. It's a big decision. I understand. But once you step through that door, Jaylen, I promise you, you'll be completed as a human and as a man. But Peyton Pritchard, he can't get the shots to go. Him and Derek. But starting with Pritchard, the playmaking leap is real. He's doing such a good job breaking down the defense and finding guys. It's not fancy. He's not like throwing these elaborate high-level passes. It's very simple, getting into guys' bodies, forcing help defenders, knowing where the open guy is and finding them. Whether that's Luka Garza for a floater, finding a 3-point shooter, 10 assists tonight. And he was averaging 5 assists per game coming into tonight. Had 3 rebounds again today. Only 1 turnover. Like, his assist to turnover ratio was already 5-1, and he has a 10-1 assist to turnover game today. So the shot making will come. Like, I think the shot making is coming. The shots to me don't look as difficult as the shots that Derek White is taking. Pritchard is kind of still taking a lot of the similar shots. He took a ton of those pull up and deep 3. Like, go back and watch Pritchard's shots from last season, man. He is a tough shot maker. That's what he does and has kind of made his career out of so far, that will come around. At least maybe not as high. Like was it 64, 65% true shooting last year? There's a huge gap between that and what he's been shooting right now. I think he was at 51% true shooting coming into tonight. That's going to come up at least to some degree. How far we don't know, but 1 for 8 from 3. That's terrible. And I still thought that he had a great game. He was a plus 18 tonight. Pritchard's been playing really great basketball. The shot's going to come. D White, I think, is playing well. He's just learning that life's tough as like the number 1 or number 2 guy. He just isn't able to find the same angles and spots. Like 5 for 20 tonight. And I didn't even feel like he forced it. I thought that he had to take a ton of those shots. And that's just what happens when you're missing someone like Jason Tatum. And we're just going to feel that throughout the season and throughout those possessions where it's like tough to get a bucket. Having Tatum there to create those advantages for other guys, but also for like self-created shots. Like the quality of shot that Jason Tatum can get when the shot clock's winding down, the defense is all over you. Very few guys can do what Tatum does in that spot. We're going to talk more about the game late night. We got Dan Greenberg, Greeny, coming on first late night of the season. Exciting. So I don't want to go too long on instant reactions here, but shout out Rui, our Portuguese GOAT. Shout out Nimi, having a great season. And I know I've been hard on Cater. Call it how I see it, man. He's playing great. He's playing great. You absolutely love to see it. A guy that's coming through the pipeline. Let it be another feather, hopefully, in the development cap of the Boston Celtics. Great win, man. Feels good to get a big win like this. Like, fuck, tanking, not tanking. It's great to win. And we're not going to rule out a situation like coming into the season. We talked about how there's a world where I can see them winning 45 games and Tatum comes back and all of a sudden there's a Cinderella run. I think the other direction's more likely, but I thought they played really well tonight. I don't like the Luka Garza minutes, but they played really well as a team. It was a really impressive win. I know the Cavs didn't have everybody, but you still hung with a team that was 3-1 coming into tonight, and you had the defensive player of the year on the other side, and a top 10, top 15, all NBA perennial dude in Mitchell out there who kills you every time. Straight up impressive win. All right. We'll be back in an hour or so, hour and a half, once the Garden Report wraps up with Greeny for late night. Till next time, go Celtics.